What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you exactly how you go about upgrading the NVMe SSD as well as the RAM on your Fujitsu Esprimo D756 easy. I'm going to be showing you one thing that if you do wrong, you might pretty much ruin your PC and you're going to be sorry. All right guys, this PC right here is a beautiful PC. I have already covered this PC a long time on this channel, but I understand that a lot of you are new here, and once in a while it's just important for me to go over the old videos, like the evergreen videos I made very long time ago, just to show you guys, yes, if there's anything that has changed, I can say it, and if nothing has changed, it's very easy for me to make some more additions as to make the video better. Of course, on this PC right here, this is not a typical Dell or Lenovo PC where you have to open some screws. There is a lever right here, you have to push that up for you to be able to open this PC. Push it up a little bit and just kind of slide it forward a little bit. Honestly, I wouldn't know why this design was necessary, because it's always a little bit difficult each time I try to open these Fujitsu PCs with this kind of system. It's either it's sliding on the desk or something like that, but then that's not the issue. See, we are doing something here guys. Take a look at this. That's a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. What you want to do if you have something like this, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description below. You can actually go ahead, take a look at it if you are looking for something decent. It's not a sponsored video, but because I have used the silicon power product for very long time, I can pretty much tell you guys for free that look, if you are looking for something that's going to deliver you speed and quality, you can actually count on this product right here. So you want to take it out and you want to put it on the side. See, on this PC, I want to imagine that there's already an NVMe SSD on board, exactly like I thought. That is it right there. So you want to gently raise this up just like that. If you raise it to the end, there's actually some holder that makes it possible for this thing to hold without slamming back and probably cutting your hand. That is something that you have to be aware of. Take a look at this PC right here. That is the NVMe SSD there. You want to go ahead and bring it out, because there's just no way this NVMe SSD is going to come here if you do not first of all take out this thing right here. I'm just going to raise it up for the other camera to see, just in case the top camera kind of disappoints me somehow. That is it right there guys. I hope you can see it. So what you want to do is to take a screwdriver just like this right here. See, I did promise to tell you something that if you do wrong, you are going to ruin your PC. I have this screwdriver here. It fits exactly on this screw, just a tiny screw like that. But I also have this one right here. For one reason or the other, they both fit onto this screw, but each time I try to use this particular one, because it's a little bit thinner at the tip, it ruins the screw. And if you are not careful, you ruin this screw, your screw is going to be stuck to the main board, and before you can bring it out, it's going to take a lot of effort, and if you don't know what you are doing, you might go ahead and ruin your PC. So I want to beg you, use the right screwdriver. I have a very nice one here. I'm just going to go ahead and open the screw holding the NVMe SSD just like that, and I can easily take it out. Just a little small screw, and when you do that, you can easily pop out your M.2 SATA SSD. All right, so you're going to take that on the side, and then I'm going to bring this one right here, a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, and just slot it back in. You don't need to push it so hard, because if you do, you stand a chance of breaking this PCIe slot right there, and you do not want that to happen. And when you've done that, you want to go ahead and screw on the screw gently back to the main board, so that your NVMe SSD is just perfectly head in place. See, haven't done that. The next thing you want to do is take a look at the RAM. See, you might have a PC like this. It has an 8 GB of DDR4 RAM, and you think you are having a fast PC. Let me shock you guys. The PC is not fast enough. What you want to think of is push this PC to as much as 32 GB of DDR4. You are going to see the difference on this channel. I have also done some tests using different kind of RAM sticks. You can go ahead and take a look at it. This PC right here does have an 8 GB of DDR4 RAMs, 4 GB each, but like I said, that's not enough if you want to have the best from this PC. So because of that, I do have here Corsair Vengeance LPS DDR4 RAM, 32 GB RAM, 3200 MHz. Guys, if you are still in doubt as to what RAM sticks to buy, you want to consider this. Once again, it's not a sponsored video, but because I have used this Vengeance RAM for so long, at this point I can't even imagine how many of them I have used. I have continually used them, and not even one time have I had a problem, with this RAM stick right here. The 2 GB is going to come onto this PC, and this PC is going to suddenly wake up and realize that, look, I never knew I was so slow, but ever since the Vengeance FPS RAM came to my life, everything has pretty much not remained the same. This is going to be, the testimony of this PC right here. See, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the RAM stick and push it down gently onto the RAM slot like that. Give it a gentle push, and you hear that, that sound, that clipping sound that tells you that, look, the RAM is properly sitting in place and there's nothing that's going to make it, not work. The beautiful thing about this RAM stick is that you do not have to install anything. As soon as you plug this PC to power, the PC is going to detect it. But I will warn you, detecting this RAM stick might take a little bit of a while. The PC might keep spinning for, close to 1 minute. Just leave it to do its thing. When the PC has done its thing, your RAM sticks are going to be detected. And if you go into the BIOS of the PC, you can pretty much see that your 32 GB, DDR4 RAM has been installed. See, haven't done that, you want to go ahead, close back your PC gently. Just going to push that back in place. See, while closing it, you have to be careful that none of the SATA cables are hanging here, otherwise it's not going to close properly, and you might be having a little bit of challenge with it. If you do that like that, this is exactly what you have. A beautiful PC like this with 32 GB of DDR4 RAM, 1 TB of NVMe SSD. You want to go ahead and close back your PC just like that. All right, guys, if you've done that, you are going to go ahead and test your PC to be sure that everything works very well. If you ever have a problem doing this, feel free to write me in the comment section. But if you are not subscribed to the channel, this might be the best time to be subscribed. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you are reminded whenever I post a similar content like this. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.